My name is Cupid Valentino.
Alright, I didn't see you there. I was reading this shit copy of the Metro that I got off the bus the other day. Anyway, welcome to another episode of Bobbee's Beatdown. Bobbee's Beatdown. What will be on my wall today? What will be on it later on? I've been doing so much stuff, so it's time for Bobbee's Beatdown, yeah?
Bobbee's Beatdown, Bobbee's Beatdown, Bobbee's Beatdown. Bobbee's Beatdown.
As you may know, this weekend is Valentine's Day, which is when this guy wrote a letter to someone before he died to say, I love you, and now it's really famous to send cards to people, and you've got to tell them that you really want to be with them. So I was going to make this episode of Bobbee's Beatdown a special love episode. Why am I doing this, you may ask me? That is because I went to see Deadpool, yeah? I went to see Deadpool with Ryan Reynolds, and it was amazing. It was like one of the best films ever. Like, I'd put like Predator, Deadpool now. Predator, Deadpool, mate. You know, brilliant. There was swearing, and there was bass, and there was boobs, and there was superheroes, and there was laughter, and there were boners. It was well sick, mate. It was one of the best things ever. And there was like loads of guns. He was like, brah, 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 bleh, 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 mate. Fucking wicked. Ugh. So you should go and see Deadpool. Do it. Go and see it. Shout out Ryan Reynolds, yeah. But before we get on to my love episode, Valentines, I thought I'd just go through a bit of the old magazines for you, a bit of the old news. Bobbee's breaking news. Bobbee's breaking news. Might go with this segment, don't I? Bobbee's breaking news. What's in the news? Let's see if I can read it, yeah? Alright, so I had to go to flipping Bristol yesterday. I picked up this newspaper called the Metro, which is free, so it must be good. But I opened up onto page 3 thinking there'd be some tits, yeah? And to my shock, there wasn't any tits. It was this woman who hurt herself on this programme where you have to go on skis and maybe die. And then next to it, there's a flipping X-Files review of this person who'd just seen the first episode and said that she was not impressed, basically. And it's like, what is it? Gillian Anderson Scully appears to have been cryogenically frozen, her quizzical stare locked in a time warp. And it's like saying how it's all stuttery and stuff. Well, it's not stuttering. They know their lines, yeah? What is this? Who are you? Keith Watson? What's your Keith Watson, you weirdo? Ugh. So that got me well cross on that page. And then Super Bay. What is Beyonce doing? Like, I think it's really good that they got Dolly Parton to do the opening titles for the Americas, yeah? That was quite nice of them, because she's getting on a bit. And like, but this weird Beyonce and Bruno Mars invading the Super Bowl, yeah? Like, we've had some great performances. We've had NJ, we've had Prince. You know, it's been, and that time that Janet Jackson freed the nipple with Justin Timberlake, yeah? But this is really weird. Like, everyone's just sort of being really slutty. And like, and then Bruno Mars is punching this guy in the face. And then Chris Martin looks like he hasn't got a dick anymore. And it's just like, what is this weird Super Bowl thing, you know? And like, oh, and Gwyneth Paltrow is there, and Jay-Z is looking like really bored, and Mark Ronson's like, I used to be friends with Michael Jackson, I'm famous, yeah. And then she just took a shit on stage. Just took a shit. And people think that's entertainment. It's gone mad, mate. World's gone mad. That was a bit irritating on the bus, and no one believed me.
It's weird how Gwyneth Paltrow, right? She's cheering because Chris Mine lost his dick.
Yeah, it's because they did that uncoupling thing, yeah. She won it in the divorce settlement, didn't she? Gwyneth Paltrow got his dick.
What, are they not together?
Nah, they just got kids together.
Why'd she go and watch Coldplay then?
She likes to taunt him with his dick. She's holding up his dick, mate. I've got your dick, Chris Martin. You want it back? Want your dick back, Chris Martin? Well, come back with me. That's why, mate. And they got this article about Alex Jones, the conspiracy theorist, how he's got a stalker who started Alex Jones.
That woman's the stalker, right?
Yeah, she's stalking conspiracy theorist Alex Jones because he knows too much, yeah? And she's like, fucking, I'm gonna send you public tweets, Alex Jones, and tell you your conspiracies are wrong, yeah?
What other type of tweets is there?
What? They're all public, mate, isn't it? Oh, yeah. All public. But do you know what I mean? This guy don't know about Twitter. He didn't even say about direct messages, mate. Or like he retweeted something naughty to your public. Well, yeah, of course it's going to be public, mate. It's Twitter. Bobbie's baffled. Bobbie's baffled. It's a bit like Bobbie's Brooks as well, but I'm baffled. Speaking of Twitter, why don't you follow me at Bobbee Brown, yeah? I've got some sick things on there for you. It just takes a click, mate. Also, David Cameron wants to open a jungle camp, which means he wants us to like go and live in the jungle. Is he just being racist?
Did you hear about David Cameron's mum, mate?
Oh yeah, David Cameron's mum signing a petition for a local council not to demolish a children's home, and it's like, you was going against your son's dreams, yeah? Alright, so, not only did my mum kick me out of my house so she could have the Airbnb person, yeah? They've only gotten started boning, so now I can't, because he's staying longer until he can get somewhere else to stay, I've got to stay at Trev's again. Ugh. Trev's getting well gross as well. His boar's head's all slanted and stuff, and like his mum's well posh. I'm really cross with David Cameron for making these jungle camps and raising the taxes, because that's why I'm at Trev's, basically, innit? Because my mum's got to have this sexy Airbnb man, innit? Oh, irritating. Mate, what do you want to interject, Trevor?
I was just wondering, mate.
What?
Like, if he's boning your mum,
yeah, mate.
why isn't he in her?
Oh, mate. Maybe they don't want me to hear, mate. Because my mum makes weird noises as well. Bit like your sleep noises. She goes like, when she has sex, and maybe she's just being considerate and does not want me to hear. Maybe. And I think the Airbnb guy is like Portuguese, so I just hear, hola, como está, mum? Or like, so it'd be a bit weird, wouldn't it?
So you call her mum?
So also, my mate James Corden was in the section called Guilty Pleasures, yeah? Because he had Elton John on his show. And Elton John...
So you got a show?
James Corden?
Mm.
Of course he's got a show. We talked about it. Trevor.
I didn't know that was why he was big. I thought he may be like that. No.
Well, he's not famous for eating lots, is he?
I thought that's what it was.
Well, no, mate. He's got a show.
I thought he maybe ate the whole of a McDonald's.
No, mate. He's got a show. He took over some old geezer and he's got Reggie Watts from Comedy Bang Bang as his music person, and he runs a show and he interviews people in a car sometimes, and that's what he did with Elton John. He said, "Get in my van, Elton. You're 68 and a father of 2.
Doesn't he have a studio?
Who?
Deadpool.
No, the whole thing is just in his car, and Reggie Watts is in the back seat with the triangle and a drum. That's all you need, really, isn't it? A triangle and a drum.
I guess so, mate. We've got them.
Anyway, that happened. And also it's like, oh, you got 60 seconds with Jason Manford. No, I haven't. Shit all over this. Beyonce, Bruno Mars, David Cameron. Bobby's beef, breaking news.
You need to chill out, mate.
Why, mate? I'm on the edge, mate. I'm on the fucking edge at the moment. I don't know what's going on. Oh, mate. Yeah. Pass me some of that. Alright, now we are into our favourite segment, Bobbie's Blaze. Sing along to the tune if you know it. Trev did those. He was like David Bowie on Labyrinth. He did his own laughs, yeah. Brilliant. Alright. So, this is called Cupid's Colon, yeah?
Mate, who do you think makes the best tunes out of me and Lee Christian?
Oh, mate. I think you do, Trev.
Because he ain't made that reggae Bobbie's Blaze type tune, has he?
Nah, mate.
He's good.
He's good, yeah, they're both good, mate. I've had him beat of the week. Oh, mate. Cupid's Colon makes me feel fuzzy inside. Or maybe you have made me well chilled out. Are you seeing things flying around my head, yeah? Are you seeing things flying around my head? Little cupids with little bows. Hello, cupids. How are you doing today? What's that? You've got a gift for me. A tiny little Valentine's card. Like those little things they have at Ripley's Believe It or Not, where you have to look in the magnifying glass. Oh, mate. It's from Ellen Mirren. And it says, "Dear Bobbie, thank you so much for all the nice things you say to me. You is well fit, and thank you for describing my magnificent peach. Come round to my house, yeah? Love, HM." So I don't think that's Her Majesty, so it's got to be Ellen Mirren, yeah? Who played our Majesty, I guess. Innit? Wow, how nice. I'm going to put that in my back pocket. I'm gonna tap that, I'm gonna smack that, I'm gonna tap that, I'm gonna smack that. Oh, mate, Cupid's Colon. Bobbie's Blaze. Quite a beat orientated episode, isn't it, Trevor? We are improvising. Isn't it? Alright, so, as it's Valentine's, I've got another segment. Instead of beauties, I thought I would have a segment called Bobbie's Bouquets, Bobbie's Bouquets. I'm gonna get inside your petals and suck the juices from that nectar and make sure you make a lot of pollination, yeah. All your petals are so moist because of the rain, but I'm gonna go inside and suck that juice, yeah. Bobbie's Bouquets. Right, so, in case you were wondering Oh, I've got a sweet boy or girl who is my Valentine, but I don't know what flowers to get them, yeah?
Transgender, mate.
Or transgender, you could be dating a transgender. All transgender, mate. I've got 2 bouquets that I think you could choose between. We will do it now. So first of all, I've got a bouquet of roses and a bouquet of lilies. Which one would you choose? I'll tell you which one to choose, yeah? The roses are a classic and they look like lots of little sweet nipples in one bouquet. Lots of nipples in one bouquet. They have some thorns to give you a prick, but they smell really sweet. And that might make your Valentine want to give you fellatio, yeah? But these ones are white and pure and scream, I love you. And they represent life and spirituality. And they might stain the bed sheets. So you have to go, oh no, let's get these bed sheets clean. And then the girl's like, or boy's like, oh well, don't worry about it. We'll just make them even more dirty. And then you can go, yeah, Lily fucking mate, Lily fucking. I'm gonna rub those staining lilies all over your butt and spank it, mate.
What, fucking Lily Allen?
Yeah. Oh, there's a lot of famous people called Lily, isn't there? Oh no, I don't know if I can choose the lilies because of Lily Allen. Oh, I feel really guilty and ashamed. No, I wasn't trying to bang Lily Allen. I'd rather like bang a frog. I would probably bang Lily Cole because she looks like an alien and I want her to take me to another planet. And I would definitely bone Evangeline Lilly. Would I bone Lily Rose Depp? Nah, mate, she is underage, yeah? But stop acting like you ain't Lily Rose Depp. You is a young, precious thing. Stop modelling. You will get like a stick and no one will see you if you turn to the side, yeah? Are there any famous roses? Rose McGowan. Wins. Roses win because Rose McGowan is named after them and she is the fittest bird ever, mate. She is the fittest ever. Even now she's got a bit of a joker mouth as well. She is still fit. She is more good looking than anyone you can see, yeah? And that is a strong, strong statement. She just made a really good short film which was a bit sad as well. So shout out Rose McGowan. Roses, get roses, yeah? And don't get kissed by a rose, yeah? Because that'll hurt. Do 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 do. Oh yes, you can go and see Steel in Bristol soon. Yeah, tickets are on sale for the coast and all. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do 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 do, baby. Oh, I've been kissed by a rose. That was Bobbee's bouquets, Bobbee's bouquets. Let me get a whiff of you. Oh, you are quite sweet, yeah. Oh, I'm gonna caress you with my soft flowery stem, yeah. Get my stem inside you and push out all that photosynthesis. I'm gonna photosynthesize you, yeah. Bobbee's bouquets. This next segment is called Bobbee's Bards, Bobbee's Bards, Bobbee's Bards. Alright, here I have got a bard by Byron. Here I have got a bard by Shakespeare. So I've got to choose between the bard from the guy who invented the biro or the guy who shaped a spear and invented the javelin. So I think I might pick the guy who invented the biro, yeah, because I use a biro a lot more than I use a spear. And I can imagine a guy who writes a lot writes better love poems instead of the guy who might spear it in the ground. He like etch it, yeah? I ain't having that, mate. Go and get a real pen, yeah? That was Bobbee's Bards. Bobbee's Bards. Bobbee's Bards. Alright, because it is a romantic episode, yeah? I thought I would tell you about Bobbee's Bones. Bobbee's Bones. Bobbee's Bones. shove that in your gob, love, Bobby's bones. Alright, so I thought I'd just tell you about some lovely times that I've had a bone, yeah? And there was this one time that I went walking with this girl and she was like, oh mate, I like walking in the trees. And I was like, yeah, well, do you like sex? And she was like, yeah, I do. And I said, shall we do it then, love, in these branches? And she's like, oh, you're so romantic. It's like being in a period drama. And I was like, mate, not periods, but I'll be in a drama. And then I started like drama, like Ice-T, drama. I was pumping her in the branches, going, drama. She's like, oh, Bobbee, I feel like I'm in Pride and Prejudice. I was like, drama in a gob. And then she was like, oh, that was really romantic. And then we went back to my flat. Oh yeah, there was the other time when I just like looked out my window and I saw this random girl out in the field and I thought, oh, she must be an alien, mate. So I went down and I was like, hey babe, do you want to take me to your planet? And she was like, all right, that'll be 20 quid, mate. And I was like, all right, alien sex for 20 quid, how exciting. And then she took me down by the river and was like, all right, let me get you hard. And I was like, oh, exciting, extraterrestrial loving. I was like, where are we going to go on your ship? She was like, oh, well, take this pill and then we'll go on a trip, mate. Like, wicked. And it was just like extraterrestrial loving for 20 quid. It was a bargain, mate. Oh, mate, there's so much alien residue that was just all over my dick, yeah? And it had bits of moss in it. It was weird, mate. It was like mossy cock. Ever had mossy cock? I've had a mossy cock. Absolute bargain. And then when I woke up, she was gone and she left me where she picked me up from, and it was well nice of her, yeah? So shout out to extraterrestrial babes. There was this one time on holiday, yeah, I was on a cruise ship and there was a sexy older lady and she was all alone, and I went and danced with her to some of that old fashioned music. It was like Careless Whisper by Wham in Deadpool, yeah? It was like do, and I think she was called Marjorie, and she was like, oh Bobbee, I'm from Nevada and I think you're just swell. So like, and then we went back to her room and she was like, I'm gonna put something sexy on, and she came out in this like weird 1950s style lace, yeah, like in That's My Boy with the old granny, and I was like, oh, sexy, mate. And it was like well wrinkly, and every time I like put my dick in her, she like wrinkled on me, yeah. And as I was fucking her, yeah, it was like an accordion going back on itself, and it was like
French tune.
It was like French. It was like oh enchanté. And then when I was done with her, she was like, oh Bobbee, you've made me feel alive again. And then she died. But she was like 87, yeah. Might like I don't know, giving her such a good bone that she was satisfied with life. And the last thing she remembers is my dick hanging out. Quite nice, really. It's nice that we shared that moment. That was Bobby's Bones, Bobby's Bones. Why am I going into this vocal? Bobby's Bones, Bobby's Bones, Bobby's Bones. Oh bones, them dry bones. This is Bobby's Blast from the past. But the love version, yeah, the sexy love version of Blast from the past. Mate. Alright, so I thought for my Blast from the Past, I would do a classic love story film based on real life love called Titanic. And it's quite nice, but there's a few sad bits in it. Alright, so there's this like crew, yeah? And they're like, we is going to discover what happened to the Titanic, and we've got this new technology which is in 1996 or whatever it is, yeah? And they're like little capsules, and they go down to the bottom of the sea.
Dial up, mate.
Dial up, they had dial up things. And yeah, and they went down to the bottom of the sea and they discovered this like painting in a locker, and there's this old lady and she's like, oh, that was me, I'm naked, woo-ho-ho. And we're like, old lady, what's that about? And she's like, oh, well, I'll tell you how that happened. And everyone's like, no, we don't really want to hear this story, but you're going to tell it anyway, aren't you, because you're going to die soon. So she's like, yeah, I'll tell you the story, and I'm also like looking out into the sea. So they go into this like flashback when...
Oh, wait. Flash.
Flashback. I shouldn't get her saggy tits out. Right, yeah, so we go to this flashback of this James Horner. He's like, ha, 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 ha. That's basically the entire soundtrack, yeah? And there's this big ship and everyone's like, oh, we're going on a voyage. And there's some people who are like, hey, we're going on a voyage to New York. And other people are like, oh, big car, I'm going to New York. Which, one of them big people is Leonardo DiCaprio, and he's called Jack. And Jack's like, oh, I'm American but Irish at the same time, and I'm going to America, but I haven't got a ticket. So he has this like gambling match, and they're like, whoa, you ain't gonna win a ticket on the Titanic. And he's like, oh yeah, I am. I'm Leonardo DiCaprio. I'm not very serious at this. I'm quite chirpy. And then he wins it. He's like, oh, I've got a ticket, but I've got to maybe do some work on this ship. Dunno. So he's all like, I'm going on the ship. And then cuts to like Kate Winslet as Rose, who's also American, and she's like got this massive hat and big blowjob lips, yeah. And her family's like, come on Rose, you're well posh, get on this ship, yeah. She's like, oh, I don't want to, you want me to marry Billy Zane? I don't want to marry Billy Zane. They get on the ship, and everyone's like, oh, goodbye Southampton, you've been great. We'll see you on the other side. And it's all, everyone's setting off fireworks and shit like that. It's a bit weird. Then there's like a load of boring stuff, like Rose, Kate Winslet's talking to Kathy Bates, who doesn't have a beard like in American Horror Story, and Kathy Bates is like, oh, I ate all the food here. There's so much food to eat because it's a cruise ship, effectively. You know what cruise ships are like, all you can eat, mate. All you can eat. But everyone's like, oh, isn't this ship fantastic? This will never crash. And then Jack, that's his name. Yeah, Jack and Rose, and he's like, oh, I like this ship too. And then Rose is like, oh, I'm posh and I want to die. And she runs up to the top. And then Jack's like, no, don't die, you stupid bitch. And like pulls her back off from the railings. But then like precariously places his hand on her tits. So everyone thinks he's raped her. So they're like, oh, lock him up. And she's like, no, he didn't rape me. We were just having a tussle. It was so funny. I nearly fell overboard. La, la, la. So then they're like, all right, well, we're basically in love now. Because you didn't rape me. You saved my life, yeah? And Billy Zane's like, oh, I'm Billy Zane. I'm really, like, in love with Rose. Go away from her, pauper. And it's a bit weird because, like, Leonardo DiCaprio plays paupers a lot, doesn't he? Like in The Man in the Iron Mask. Lots of boring events. There's some, Jack and Rose meet up on the balcony in the daytime. He's like, I'm going to teach you how to spit. And they're like, and Rose is like, yeah, I'm going to spit on everyone too. I'm a posh bitch, but I'm going to spit all over the place. And they're like, ha ha ha, that's so funny. Oh, it's so funny, isn't it? But then Billy Zane's like, Rose, you're going to be my wife. And she's like, I don't know if I want to be your wife or not. Hey, it's all a bit boring. And Jack's all like, oh, I'm a scallywag. Oh, and then loads of boring stuff happens. Rose goes downstairs and goes to Jack, oh, I want to be poor like you. It's a bit like that Common People video. And they do a bit of a jig together. And then she's like, oh, look, I can stand on my toes like a ballet dancer. And everyone's like, oh, you've got strength, love. You've got strength.
Rose on her toes.
Rose on her toes, mate. God.
Rose on her toes.
Rose on her toes, mate. And then the next day, Jack and Rose, they go up onto the big pointy bit, and he's like, oh, do you want to fly? And she's like, yeah, alright, I want to fly. And he's like, alright, close your eyes then. And she's kind of hoping that he might stick a dick in her pussy, but actually he's like, oh, well, let go. Oh, you're not on the railing anymore. And then Celine Dion's like, oh, my heart will go on. She's not actually on the boat. I mean, weird, isn't it, that moment? And then Celine Dion's like, oh, yeah, I'm here. But yeah, so then that happens. The sky's all red sky. At night, it's Shepherd's Delight, so they say. And then what happens? Some stuff. This is like a few days. Billy Zane again is like, Rose, why don't you love me? And Rose is like, oh, no, I'm 17, even though I look about 28. Weird. What happens? Oh, yeah. Jack and Rose are running around, and then they have sex in a car. I think I probably missed a lot out because it was really boring. But they have sex in a car, and there's like a steamy moment in the car because they're having so much sex that it's all steamy. They don't even know whose car it is, and then they're laughing like ha 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 ha. And then something like, oh, Billy Zane gives Rose this necklace. She's like, oh, it's nice. And then Jack's all like, oh, let me paint you or sketch you with the necklace. And she's like, I've got my tits out. And so he's like, oh, I love your tits, love. And he's like drawing her, sketching her.
Like Akos, mate.
Yeah, like Akos. Or let me draw you, mate. Let me draw you at the end of the bed. And then all this time when everyone else having fun on the cruise ship, the crew are all like, oh, nothing can go wrong. And then they hit an iceberg, because you can miss an iceberg, can't you? Oh, stupid. So there's a big gash in the side of the boat.
Mate.
Oh, gash. And then everyone's in a panic. No one knows what's happening. Jack gets arrested. We don't know why. Rose is upset. Then she's like, it's all sinking. I've got to find Jack. I don't love you, Billy Zane. And he's like, well, I love you. Oh, well, you're a wanker. Rose goes down, tries to save Jack from the lockup. Men, women and children are swimming in the boat now because it's all like fucking all watered up and drowning. Everyone's like, wah! And then on top of the boat they're like, women and children in the lifeboats first. But Billy Zane's like, no, fuck this, I'm going to pretend to be a woman. He opts in the lifeboat because he's a selfish badass, yeah? So Jack and Rose are like trying to get out of the boat, and they get up to the top, and then Jack's mate gets chopped. The boat like goes all on its side. Oh, the captain's already like gone, oh, it's my fault, and he locks himself in to his hold so that he can die in his cabin because he's not an hero. But apparently in real life the captain was a well big hero, and the family of the captain got well sad about that. Just weird facts I know about the Titanic. And then also there's this quartet, and they were like, keep playing your songs. So they're like, like that. But yeah, and then the whole fucking boat capsizes, and Jack and Rose are like, Rah! And then Jack's mate's like, oh, I can't hold on. And then he gets chopped up in the boat propeller, like, limbs flying everywhere, fucking mental. And then the boat sinks, Jack and Rose are in the water, Rose is taking up the entire big bit of wood, and Jack's like, oh, I can't feel my bollocks anymore. And Rose's like, I can't budge over for you, I've got a big dress on, but I do love you. Even though we've known each other for like 3 days. Jack's like, alright then, I'll die. And then she's like, Jack, you alive? And he's like, no, I'm stiff, mate. And then he floats to the bottom. And then she gets her whistle. She's like, I saved myself. And then it goes back to the old lady. And the old lady had the necklace. And then you find out the old lady was Kate Winslet. And then she's like, oh, I see Jack in my dreams every night, and that's it, basically. Didn't really happen, though. It's quite a tragic event, really. That was Bobbee's Blast from the Past. Send my true events in icy waters, yeah. I want to promote my mate Vincent Vega for my Beat of the Week. Bobbee's Beat of the Week. Beat of the Week, Beat of the Week. It's the Beat of the Week. I drank too much red wine. Oh my goodness. Alright, so yeah, Vincent Vega, my Beat of the Week. Check him out in his weird little scratching on stage. He's holding it upright, like some weird instrument. UFO. Scratching UFO. Vincent Vega's deck. Vincent Vega's deck. His deck. Alright, that's his deck anyway. And he is well good. He's got this track called Nano Disc Jeremy Kyle, and I really like it because it brings back fond memories of me watching Jeremy Kyle before school. Because I used to watch it because I thought it was well funny, yeah? Like, he used to have all these classic catchphrases like, get off my stage! I've had a gambling problem, so I know what addiction is like, yeah? The card says you were lying on all counts, love! The baby's not yours! Ugh. Oh, you were in bushes? Oh, security, get this scum off my stage. Oh, my taxes are going towards scum like you. It makes me sick. And then he used to go off stage and be like comforting all the ladies so he can bang them later. But it's alright because my mum says that the aftercare is really good. So that song, it samples Jeremy Kyle, and it's like quite dubsteppy, quite like what. It's quite like authentic Cornwall wobble dub, which I quite like because Cornwall's well good for that style. But yeah, check out Vincent Vega, yeah? He's got a show coming up Saturday, The Toast in Falmouth. It's all love themed. You should go and get your pork on, mate, with Vincent Vega, but not like with him. Like, don't have sex with Vincent Vega like randomly, because like if you think you might find that a bit weird, you can start humping him or something. Like, ask him first, yeah. You should listen to his show, which is every Saturday night, 7 p.m. on NCB, NBC, BCN. BNBN, cool. Oh, whoa. But yeah, well like Vincent Vega, he's my favourite, he always shares my show. I'll probably give him another beat of the week another time because he's so nice, yeah? So check him and his weird decks out and his Alan Partridge impression.
Alan's Love Asylum.
Nice. Beat of the week, Bobbee's beat of the week, beat of the week, beat of the week, beat of the week. Beat of the week, not beating my dick, I mean actual music, yeah, beats. But not in my bedroom. That was Bobbee's Beatdown, Bobbee's Beatdown. I like the beatdown the most, because I like the beats. Oh my goodness.
Bobbee's Beatdown. Bobbee's Beatdown. Bobbee's Beatdown.